Here at the Real World Film Festival in Toronto, Canada, and I'm here with the actress, say your name?
Tera Riddick.
Tera Riddick, and she's been talking with her. She's very enlightening. She's how did you become a part of the Real World Film Festival?
Well, I'm from Nova Scotia, and I've been here for a little while. And I first came acquainted with Tanya Lee Williams I guess it was about two years ago, 2.5 years ago. I was standing in her body double on a movie called Poor Boys Game. And so it was an awesome time because I got to actually see her. She was an excellent actress. And get her to see when she was working. Danny Glover was also in the movie, so that was a crazy experience because I got to learn so much about how things are being set up, about Henry and Mark, and it was crazy. So that's when I got to meet her in Nova Scotia. She was Tanya was in Nova Scotia doing a film.
Right, Nova Scotia. Have you heard of Nova Scotia? Can you tell us about African presence in Nova Scotia?
Well, Nova Scotia has a rich heritage, especially for Black people. We've been there for a long time. Yeah, a long time. My father's family was from Barbados, and then on my mother's side, they were Black loyalists and refugee slaves and came from America after the American Revolution.
Oh, they came from America.
Came from America.
Okay. What is Nova Scotia?
Maybe that's why we get along.
Oh yeah, maybe so. You gotta lock it up though. Turn it. You gotta turn it.
I turned
You gotta turn it.
I got the big ring on though. Yeah.
Okay. There it is. All right.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Okay. So
Series of laps.
where is Nova Scotia on the map?
Nova Scotia is Eastern Province. So you got Montreal, and you go even further east, and you're going to hit Nova Scotia.
Oh.
So you know, Underground Railroad and all that stuff, we went as far as we could to get away from the hands of
Slavery.
America.
America.
Yes.
Wow. That is very interesting. So, can you tell us about the slaves, the Jamaican slaves that built part of what did they build, and tell us about it?
Well, especially in Halifax, you know, things were very British back then, especially, you know, you had the British West Indies, and the Jamaican Maroons were unruly people who did not want to succumb to the hand of slavery. And so what had happened is they shipped the Maroons from the Caribbean and sent them over to Nova Scotia. And it was a very hard time for the Maroons. A lot of them perished. A lot of them succumbed to starvation. But before that happened, the Nova Scotia people put the Maroons to work. And they built Citadel Hill, other things, bridges, all kinds of things that are not really told in the history books.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow. Now tell us about the exodus of the slaves being driven out of Nova Scotia back to, you said, African country, Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone.
Tell us how that came
Freetown.
about.
Well, you know, it was a little bit more trouble than the Nova Scotia government really wanted to put up with. So it was better off that, and not only that, the Jamaican Maroons, they wanted to go back. They didn't really want to stay in that position. So there was an exodus. I'm not sure the exact year, but shipped back to Africa, where started the town, Freetown, Sierra Leone. Yeah. So this is Nova Scotia has a rich history that I sort of started to investigate on my own because in school we didn't really learn a lot about it. But I'm still like a baby when it comes to Nova Scotia history because there's so many twists and turns. But I'm lucky that I know a little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
What is the population of Nova Scotia?
I haven't really looked that up right now. I haven't really looked that up. It's a small province, but I haven't really.
But the African,
It's growing.
Black presence there is pretty big though.
There's a lot of small communities of black. The first black community in Nova Scotia is Birchtown, which is basically very, very small. It's dwindling down to nothing now, but there's a lot of different communities. The biggest black community that's in Nova Scotia right now is in northwest of Nova Scotia. Yeah, so, but where my folks are from, just small little communities of black people.
So you might actually enjoy that.
It's something. Not only is she an actress, she's kind of like a historian
Well,
as
not
well.
really.
Yeah.
I just know. See, I just know that. I just know that much. You know. But
You know, there's an interesting thing about Jamaicans not wanting to be slaves is that a lot of Jamaicans ran to the Central American country of the Honduras because they didn't want to be slaves. A lot of them they call it Garifuna tribe. So Jamaicans just have rebellious. Yeah, yeah, that's something to know. But I appreciate your time. This has been very interesting.
I'm glad to be here. I'm glad that this is my first year volunteering with the Real World Film Festival. I think it's a great idea to get some black talent up there, just diverse talent up there,
And I'll follow up with you next
get
week.
them in the forefront where you can actually, see us.
So are you
All right, nice seeing
when
you.
it comes to your acting in theater, do you sleep, breathe, and eat?
Getting a
Are you
role?
consumed? Or is this something that you kind of want to do?
Oh no, this is
Or is this something
this
you're all out?
This is something that I've wanted to do since I was 5.
Since you was 5.
But I didn't grow up in an artistic family. I didn't really have the outlet to know what it is or how it is or even see anybody. I mean, the first time that I actually saw a black actress in real life was probably seeing Tanya Williams. It was the first time that I've actually seen an actual black actress in real life. On TV, yes, and that. First time I ever seen a black director at work was seeing Clement Virgo on that film. So that's how I fell in love with this. And so from that time I went to theater school. From working on that set, it inspired me to go to theater school to pursue things. And from that, I worked in different productions, and I've auditioned even for Shakespeare. So I'm very diverse. It's hard and it's challenging, but
you're in it for the long. Okay, we look forward to seeing you out there doing it well. All right, say your name again.
Tera Riddick.
Tera Riddick. All right, all good.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.